Hey YouTube, just wanted to give a quick update for build day 4, which was about a half hour to 45 minutes of work here at the bench. Didn't do any sort of live stream for this, it was just too short of a day, but went ahead and got my 2 patches sanded on in, as you can see there. And over here, I still need to spray it again with that XF54 as a primer coat. That way I can make sure that everything's looking good. But those are smooth as silk now, so they should be all good. I did do a little sanding around the rear fender well there. Probably will still try to do a little bit more before I throw that next coat of primer on. And then I also went ahead and tried to sand down a little bit of this through here. As you can see, there's just a few lumps and bumps from the original sanding off of the exhaust pipes. Just wanted to kind of get that cleaned up. Also got this area here kind of cleaned up a little bit because that was looking really pretty nasty in primer. So the other major bit of work that I got done was I threw a coat of Squadron Green filler on, I believe it was Monday night, and this is now Friday afternoon. So give it a few days to dry. Sanded that back to get rid of the gouge marks. As you can see, there was one there. That's now smooth. Up here as well, that's now smooth. There's a couple of little tiny hair line marks that I had made when I was doing a rescribe job, where I just kind of went off track there to the left and to the right. Those are now smooth, and pretty much I believe the only thing that should show up now is going to be the actual door jamb line. Need to go through and kind of clean that out a little bit better. And then also went ahead and filled the little sink mark here at the back. Got that filled and sanded in, so we'll see how that looks under primer. Did a general overview of the entire car and noticed that there was a tiny little sink mark still from that filler right through here. So I went ahead and just kind of sanded that a little bit. Also got all of the remaining trim lines sanded off using the primer, sanding it down to where I seen the line, and then just continued sanding until I got rid of it. Primarily for that, using, get these back out, using 3 different Flory model sanders. So started off here with the blue core sander, using the hard grit, or the coarse grit here, to go ahead and get the majority of the line removed. Went to the blue side to lightly smooth it. Used the green sander here to go ahead and smooth it down a little bit more on its finer side, and then a polishing sponge, skinny, just to kind of get rid of all of the marks. So we'll see how that looks again once we get the next coat of primer. On the other side, pretty much the same thing. Went ahead and used those 3 sanding sticks in that order to go through and finish getting the trim removed there. I also went ahead and just kind of, there was some trim lines that were still present right in through here that I went ahead and got removed. I can still lightly see a little bit through here, so I might run a sanding stick kind of in these parts here just to go ahead and make sure that those are all gone. As you can see, there was again just a tiny little fill mark up here. I might go ahead, looking at it with the camera, I may go ahead and throw just another quick little bit of green putty into there tonight before I leave, because it looks like there is just a tiny little sink mark right there. And then went ahead, there was a nice little line right here. I went ahead and just sanded that out. It's just a little mold line. Went ahead and got that sanded out, and then used my U-Star scriber to go ahead and rescribe out that door jamb panel. So also noticed when I was putting some filler on that there was a tiny little sink mark right in through here in the plastic. So I went ahead and just thought, you know what, I'll go ahead and throw a little bit of green putty in there. Got that all sanded out, so that's now smooth. And then also back here at the rear corner, you can see a tiniest little sink mark right there. That one was actually quite visible in the primer, so wanted to go ahead and get that. So taking a lot more time with this body than I normally do with my auto kits, just because of the fact, like I said, with the age of this kit, with the cost that it would take to replace this kit, I just want to really do this car justice. Also just being a huge fan of the early days of NASCAR. Again, just wanted to really do this one justice. So hope you guys are enjoying the build series. Again, hope to be live on Tuesday night into Wednesday morning through the overnight, doing a build night that night, and then we'll definitely always get the review put up. as well, or I should say an overview of what was done during that build session. So again, hope you guys have a fun and safe Memorial Day weekend, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya.